Today, we will explore one of the most profound Buddhist teachings on karma and cause and effect through death and rebirth. Life is not just about the days we live and breathe, but also about the karma we create, accompanying us through each reincarnation. Every moment, every thought, from word to action, leaves an imprint on the universe, determining the shape of our life after death. Today, I invite you to join me in this understanding. Ask yourself, what are we living for? What are we creating for our next life and the lives to come? Together, we will explore how and why we need to prepare for our spiritual journey and gain a deeper understanding of how karma shapes and affects us. To understand karma, we need to look at life through the lens of cause and effect. Every action, no matter how small, has a corresponding consequence. I will tell you the story of a monk who changed his karma by giving up greed, anger, and ignorance, and practicing compassion, making his life and the next life peaceful and fulfilling. The realms that our souls may face after death depend largely on the karma we have accumulated. There are realms of light and peace, but there are also realms of suffering and darkness. The story of a person who had to go through 49 days of suffering in the bardo, the intermediate state between death and rebirth, will help us understand more clearly the importance of practicing karma transformation. When life gradually comes to an end, the dying process begins when the soul faces the images and emotions from the karma it has created. This is the stage where the soul can experience conflict and suffering if the karma is heavy. I will share with you the teachings of the masters on how to prepare for this stage through acceptance, understanding, and compassion. Today, I would like to tell you about a Zen master who used the power of Buddha recitation to transform his life. This Zen master, despite having experienced many difficulties and sufferings in the past, found liberation through daily Buddha recitation, from which he eventually achieved serenity and rebirth in the Pure Land. We must not only learn how to recite Buddha's name, but also deeply understand the meaning and effect of each recitation. Buddha recitation is not just repeating a mantra, but putting our soul into each recitation, turning them into a vehicle to transform karma and achieve peace. I will guide you step by step, in detail, to make this practice effective and practical in daily life. Faith in Buddhism is not just blind faith, but trust based on understanding and experience. When we truly understand and believe in the practice process, all challenges and difficulties can be overcome. This is the time for us to truly absorb the Dharma and apply it to our lives, thereby bringing positive changes to ourselves and those around us. With the knowledge and tools that we have shared in this video, I call on everyone to not only listen and contemplate, but also start taking action. Let's practice these lessons every day. Recite Buddha's name, live with compassion and wisdom, not only to achieve liberation for ourselves, but also to help and spread this value to everyone in our lives. In our daily lives, we are often busy with countless tasks and relationships, and sometimes forget that every choice we make contributes to the formation of karma. For example, choosing to live without environmental awareness not only affects this planet, but also harms our own karma. Instead, when we choose to recycle, save energy, and protect nature, we not only help the earth, but also accumulate good karma. Look, no matter how much mud is covered, no matter how much the waves and wind knock it down, the lotus still rises up. In the midst of hardship, in the filth, in the pain and loss, the lotus still rises above the water, still gently blooms under the sunlight. It does not get angry with the mud, does not complain about the waves and wind, but in silence, it only knows how to bloom, knows how to live, knows how to express beauty in things that seem impossible. That is the miracle of life. The lotus is not afraid of mud, does not avoid suffering, but in the mud, in the midst of hardship, it finds the strength of freedom. It is not just a simple flower, but a symbol of resilience, of strong growth, and a testament to the truth that we can find light in darkness, serenity in chaos, and strength in weakness. Our lives are the same. In times of pain, loss, and challenge, we are not defeated, but instead, we realize that it is in those difficulties that we truly grow. We may not be able to choose the waves of life, but we can choose how to face them. We may not be able to choose suffering, but we can choose how to face it, and in the end, we find the strength to overcome it. When we face suffering and accept it as a part of life, we will find that it is in suffering that we find peace, find the strength to move forward. Serenity does not come from avoiding challenges, but from accepting them. Only when we no longer resist the storms of life can we find peace in those challenges. No matter how difficult life is, remember that like the lotus, you can always bloom in your own mud. Pain and challenges are just layers for you to find the strength and beauty hidden inside. Let them be opportunities for you to rise up and master your life. Like the lotus that blooms in all circumstances. Imagine you are a lotus blooming in the heart of a lake, surrounded by peaceful water. The lake surface is clear and quiet. Although outside there are gentle winds blowing, there are waves lapping, but your soul is still not shaken, not disturbed, not swept away by the fluctuations out there. You only know that no matter how the wind blows, how the waves lapping, you are still firmly there in absolute tranquility. You understand that to find peace in this life, you do not need to change the world out there. You just need to change your own perception. Peace is not something you need to look for far away. It is not in external material things, nor in the promises of the future. Peace, in fact, is a state of mind. It is the ability to live fully in each moment, not caught up in anxiety about the past or the future. When you stop racing, stop searching, you will realize that peace is always present, right in the present moment, in your own heart. In life, we often look for peace in faraway places, in places we cannot control. But the truth is that peace is not far away, but right in our own souls. It only exists when we return to ourselves, when we stop and realize that all we need to live in peace is awareness and presence in every moment. Let every step in life be a step in awareness, in presence. Every gesture, every breath, every action is an expression of peace in the soul. When you return to yourself, when you listen to the silence of your soul, you will feel that peace, like a quiet home that you can always return to. Don't look for peace out there, because it is always present within you. You just need to know how to stop, know how to be present in the moment, and you will see that peace is never far away.